Now, one thing that actually caught my attention with chapter 55, it might be me just kind of, it might be a stretch to be honest, but there was a panel when Miras and Goku were about to go all out. There was a panel that showed Goku powering up, but didn't actually show what Goku looked like. It just showed his aura flaring up. It was like a panel of his leg. I'll probably include it here. And it kind of makes me wonder, has Goku actually mastered Ultra Instinct, or has he kind of reached to the point where he can tap into the Omen form at will? It might be a stretch, but that panel just kind of seemed a bit like they're masking something, if you get what I mean. So yeah, so it seems I was right after all, even though I'm like 2 chapters a bit late based on how I kind of described things in the expectations video, but hey, it happened nonetheless. Well, going everyone, Juji here, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be talking about Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter 58. A bit late, I know, but better late than never. Of course, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you thought about the chapter, and of course what you think about this discussion / review of the chapter. But without further ado, let's get into it. So chapter 58, Son Goku arrives. A very fitting or appropriate title, even though he arrived like last chapter, but hey, I'm not the one in charge here. But yeah, alright, so chapter 58, honestly, for the most part, I thought it was a good chapter. Kind of formulaic, kind of cliche, kind of what most of us expect. It's the typical Dragon Ball formula, potentially. And I say potentially because characters as well. A very specific character in Vegeta has not arrived on the field yet. That's the only major difference in the whole Dragon Ball formula that's not really set up at the moment. We have Goku coming back in action and Vegeta being the one that's still not on the battlefield yet, so it kind of makes me wonder if Vegeta will be the hero, or the get his big moment for this arc by being the one that defeats the main villain. So that would be interesting and fun to see. But aside from that, this chapter kind of falls with formulaic or cliche. Goku comes in, he's way stronger than most of the other Z or super fighters, and basically takes out everyone, making everybody look extremely weak in comparison. That said, I'm not really disappointed, because as I said, it's to be expected. The chapter starts or continues off where last chapter ended, where we had Goku basically come and defeat the fusion that Krillin and Master Roshi were up against. Of course, Goku says he's very confident that he can actually defeat Moro now, which is interesting. That could be Toyotaro writing it to set up Goku to fail. Overconfidence is a thing in like these series where it's a very good sign that certain things are being set up for a said character to fail. So I'm interested in seeing how chapter 59 and 60 are going to go where that's concerned, where Goku's overconfidence is concerned, that is. But anyway, so we have Goku going around and finishing off the fighters, the forces of Moro that the rest of the super fighters or Z fighters couldn't manage to finish off. For what it was worth, I did enjoy like characters like Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, Android 17, Gohan, basically the rest of the cast getting their time to shine for the last 2 chapters. But I'm kind of indifferent, kind of on the fence where Goku coming in and kind of just wrapping things up is concerned. That aside, we did have a I love the segment where we had Piccolo and Gohan going up against Zaganbo. Just love the teamwork. I just seeing Gohan in action is always fun, honestly. But I think one of the things that really stood out to me for this chapter, and it could be development, or could I say development? I guess it's a moment of, for the person that always makes fun of Goku not being a good dad, I guess it's a moment of Goku being a good dad. We have a moment where Goku comes in after he I'll get back to it, but basically we have a moment where Goku's basically apologizing to Gohan to say, yo, I'm sorry you had to get involved, I'm sorry you had to fight. Basically that's Goku acknowledging the fact that, yo, Gohan's not a person that really wants to fight. Basically a total 180 from his mindset in the Cell Saga, and I think that actually added to the chapter for me. Definitely love that. But I think the big thing to talk about for this chapter is, of course, Ultra Instinct. When Goku arrives to the battlefield, even though it's not obvious, even though to me personally, when I just read it, I just thought it was like a major difference in power, which would be the reason why Gohan and Piccolo weren't able to see Goku, with the exception of Jocko, because of his, you know, his physiology with his Reese's eyes. But apparently, I think it's safe to assume, or even say, that when Goku just hit the battlefield and started attacking Saganbo and everybody else couldn't see, that was obviously Goku in Ultra Instinct Omen during during that segment. No, we did get Goku basically making quick work of Saganbo, and of course heading up to face Moro. Now, what I'll say about this segment here, we have Moro basically pumping Saganbo with more and more of his energy until his body fails. I did love the art and exchange that we had between Goku and Saganbo. Definitely loved it, especially the part where Saganbo's body essentially failed. I'm interested to see how they would handle that in the anime in terms of portraying it, you know, given the whole censorship rules and everything these days. So that would be interesting to see. Definitely love the art there. But I think the big topic of discussion, as I said before, is Ultra Instinct Omen. Goku's ability to, like, just consciously, or basically he's able to go activate it at will. Of course, 2 chapters ago in my expectations video, as I kind of mentioned at the start of this video, I did go on to predict that Goku did really and truly have Ultra Instinct Omen, if not Ultra Instinct, under wraps, basically, based on how the chapter 56, or was it 55, based on how it was, yeah, I think it was 55, based on how that chapter was basically structured in terms of Goku's training with mirrors, it only makes sense that Goku actually had Ultra Instinct under wraps, at least the Omen version. Now, I can see people actually making a deal out of this, but in terms of it not feeling earned, yes and no. I see where you're coming from. Now, yes, because Goku literally spent 6 months training with an angel for the specific goal of achieving Ultra Instinct. It's not like his training with Whis, where the whole Ultra Instinct was kind of like an off thing. Like, it's something Whis was trying to show him and Vegeta, but it's not like it wasn't the major goal of their training in a sense, as opposed to his training with mirrors, where of course Ultra Instinct was the thing he was going for 6 months. So I don't think it's too far-fetched in terms of like timeline of training. It kind of lines up with the timelines we've had for the main characters to like get ridiculous increases in strength, so there is a level of consistency there. So it's bad and not so bad. But in the no case, I can understand, since it's kind of been off screen, and I guess we're used to we're, in terms of the good transformations, we're used to characters kind of achieving them in battle after like some world changing or world shattering event emotionally for the character. But I guess it kind of does tie in with the fact that Ultra Instinct is a different type of transformation. So for the most part, personally for me, it works for this chapter and it doesn't really take away too much. The fact that he has control over Omen so far, I don't think it's a problem. If it was mastered, maybe yes, I would have a major problem with that. But the fact that it's Omen, I don't think it's too much of a problem. Now, as the chapters go on, we'll see if he can tap into mastered, maybe, yes, no. The thing with these kind of power-ups and characters having control over them, until they're mastered, there has to be some kind of consequence to using them, and I feel that's what we're going to get, especially since Vegeta hasn't actually made his appearance in the fight yet. So the arc still has some it still has some room to shake up the cliche formula, so there's that. So yeah, all in all, I thought it was a good chapter. I'm glad to see that Goku's back on the field. Jano, like I am actually looking forward to seeing where this arc goes. especially Super on a whole towards the end of this year, because yo, yeah, I'll just leave my discussions, my thoughts for the next video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought about the chapter. I thought it was good. The art, love that Goku's back. Ultra Instinct questionable, but to me makes sense given like previous experience with this series, and in terms of characters achieving new forms and like the training periods for the heroes, it's not bad. And yeah, I guess when you compare to the fact that yeah, he did train with Miro for 6 months, so. But anyway, let me know what you thought about this video. Sanjay Uchiha, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.